Our next story is from West Asia. Are none of the borders of Israel safe anymore? Is another front going to open up on Israel's longest border, a 300-kilometer stretch with Jordan? Sunday's attack at the Allenby bridge crossing, in which three Israelis were killed in a shooting by a Jordanian, has raised fears globally that it may destabilize the relatively cordial 3 decades-long relationship between the two countries, one that is not just deepening Israel's military problems, but also its diplomatic woes. But before we go further, let's just take a closer look at the ties between the two countries. At the very start of Israel's creation in 1948, Jordan, known as Transjordan, was part of several Arab nations that invaded Israel in the 1948 Arab-Israel War. At the end of the war, Jordan had control over the West Bank and East Jerusalem, including the Old City. And this trend of hostility continued in the subsequent Suez War and Six-Day War. By the time the Yom Kippur War occurred in 1973, the relationship between the two had started to improve, with Jordan allegedly giving Israel advance notice of Egyptian and Syrian threats. In 1994, Israel and Jordan signed a peace treaty, thereby normalizing ties. Cut to the present, Israel's war in Gaza and its operations in the West Bank have angered a significant share of people residing in Jordan, many of whom are of Palestinian descent, whose ancestors fled to the country in 1948. On Sunday, hundreds of Jordanians could be spotted marching in Jordan's capital as a tribute to the Jordanian who carried out the attack on Allenby Bridge border crossing.
This is a spontaneous response that sends a message to Netanyahu and Zionists. If you think Jordan is lost, is easy and weak, you are delusional. This is the first warning. The patience of Jordanians is waning. Do not test their patience. There are many days ahead.
On the streets of the capital, people could be seen celebrating with fireworks and offering sweets, hailing the deceased Jordanian as a hero.
The operation represents all Jordanian citizens. Everyone is happy. They distributed sweets. We are happy because we got a bit of justice for the blood of the children and martyrs who are gone. We are really happy with today's operation.
Reportedly, militant groups have a presence in various parts of Jordan, especially in areas located next to the borders with Iraq, home to many Iranian-backed Shiite militias. Experts said that given the growing tensions in Jordan and relatively easy accessibility to Israel's Arava region, infiltration by militant groups from Jordan into Israel could be a major possibility. The Allenby bridge attack, therefore, could potentially lead to a chain of events that could destabilize a precarious situation and turn into one with catastrophic consequences for Israel and West Asia. Experts said that another concern of potential worsening relations with Jordan is that Iran could seize this opportunity to smuggle even more weapons to the West Bank. Jordan is reportedly used as a major route by smugglers to bring weapons into West Bank. So this brings us back to the original question. Can Israel find itself fighting on another front that would stretch its resources further and leave it vulnerable to potential attacks? Or does Israel offer military assistance to Jordan and quell any potential threats to stabilize its borders and prevent it from becoming a new battlefront? We do not know the answers to those questions, but regardless, one thing is clear: Israel must prepare for the worst while hoping that the Jordanian government can maintain control over the growing situation domestically. Otherwise, the stakes for Israel and West Asia as a whole will become even more precarious. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.